body positivity versus the clean girl aesthetic. So this was something I wasn't aware of until I saw an article that came out the other day. Fatties are getting mad that obviously people are assuming that thin is once again in. I would argue that Walmart disagrees because if you go there, you realize that very few people are actually thin and in shape. Let's get to it. I found this article. This is on the Hurricane. This is a college publication. So this young lady is at a university where her parents are likely paying $60,000, $70,000 a year to write this. This is from the Miami Hurricane, student newspaper at the University of Miami, Coral Gables, Florida. The quiet goodbye to body positivity in the age of clean girl perfection. This is by Isabella Jardim Rodriguez. I don't know what she looks like. I'm assuming she's fat. And if that's wrong by me, I don't care. Huge shock for everybody. She writes, just when you thought beauty standards were broadening, it seems like the industry is going back to a narrow ideal of beauty. So the clean girl aesthetic may look effortless and empowering, but behind the slicked back buns and glowy skin, I mean, horrible, glowy skin, like, oh my God, who wants glowy skin, right? Lies a toxic revival. Of course, since it's not being fat as fuck, it's toxic. Revival of impossible beauty standards that are helping to push body positivity back into the shadows. I will argue that if it is attainable by women that you see, it's not impossible. It just might not be possible for you with the amount of effort you, in fact, put the fuck in. That's what people don't get. It is not an impossible standard if somebody can fucking attain it. It may be a high standard, but it is not an impossible. To achieve this look, you need a slim toned body. Oh no, health. How horrible. Not too muscular. Oh no. Not too curvy. Oh no. The right amount of Pilates lean. Okay. Your skin glowy and poreless. Hair has to be sleek and polished, either slicked back or effortless waves, which ironically take a lot of effort. The makeup is all about looking like you're wearing nothing. Good, because then if it looks like you're wearing nothing, maybe that's what you look like when you're wearing nothing. There's a lot of you motherfuckers out there, you guys look like you are painting on whole new motherfucking faces. Anyway, while actually using a ton of high-end tinted moisturizers, brow gels, and lip tint to get that natural glow. And don't forget the accessories, gold hoops, neutral toned outfits, matcha lattes, and green juices. Just as past aesthetics defined their time, such as the messy chick in the early 2010s, the clean girl aesthetic isn't just about style trends. It's a cultural shift that includes diversity of skin types, body shapes, and lifestyles. I've seen a couple people criticize clean girl look for things like cultural appropriation, and even the term itself implying that anyone outside the aesthetic is somehow dirty. Okay, you have a dirty aesthetic. So what? Because you're fat as fuck, it looks like you're unclean. What I find most damaging is how the seemingly harmless trend pushes a body type that feels too familiar to the early 2000s, where size 0 jeans and thigh gaps were everywhere. Somebody wearing a size 0 does not mean they're too thin by any stretch of the imagination. It's so crazy how people are like, oh, well, they should have 4 X's on the rack, but oh my God, you wear a 00. Victoria Rosso, a senior majoring in business and finance, says on campus, it's hard not to see how the clean girl look is all about being super thin, like that's the only way to be effortlessly perfect. So is it unattainable, or are you seeing a bunch of people on your campus that are attaining it? Like, I'm sorry. Apparently, it's just, for some people, a standard. You're worried so much about style and you worry so much about the aesthetics of other people, maybe put that energy into, I don't know, not face fucking yourself with food daily. In addition, Vogue Business examines every runway show from New York, London, Milan, and Paris for the spring-summer 2025 season, analyzing the looks of Vogue Runway to track the number straight, mid, and plus-size models. They found that less than 1% of the more than 8,700 models were plus size, while over 94% were between the US sizes of 0 and 4. Considering this number of plus size models that walked the runways increased from 0.1 to 2.3% from spring 2016 to fall of 2022, we are back to the years where there's no inclusivity in the industry. There shouldn't be. You don't need inclusivity in the industry. It's not about the fucking models. You guys realize that, right? They're a coat hanger. They're a living fucking coat hanger. Body positivity people don't grasp that nobody gives a fuck about you. There's no representation of short, fat people in the NBA. They wouldn't do well. They're not going to put asses in seats. They're not going to sell the fucking tickets. They're not going to sell the merch because nobody wants to see that. Because we can try to pretend it's all brave and shit like that. It's really just a fat person trying to roll around the court and fucking up shit for everybody else.